Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, my name is Ashley. If you're returning, welcome back. Listen, I'm gonna get into this really quickly. I'm gonna say this, I'm not gonna edit this. I am going to be addressing the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion issue. Tory went live again tonight. I'm gonna be telling you guys how I feel about it, and yes, let's get into it. So tonight I will be sipping on this, what is this? Director's Coppola Sonoma Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay? And that's what I'm sipping on. Tastes pretty good so far. So, Tory Lanez went live tonight and he addressed a couple of things. So, if you're not aware, if you've been living under a rock, if you don't keep up with things like this, Tory Lanez is a rapper, and Megan Thee Stallion is a rapper as well. They've been in some type of entanglement. Tory Lanez was accused of shooting Megan in the feet, and that's where we are. He's facing 22 years in jail, and he felt like he needed to address his fans tonight. So I'm going to be addressing how I feel about it. Tory Lanez, in my opinion, is a master manipulator, and I just want to say again, I am a Tory Lanez, or was a Tory Lanez fan, fanatic, loved his music, loved him. I think he's a very likable guy. I do believe that he knows more than what he's saying. I do believe that he injured Megan, whether it be a bayonet, a gun, I don't know what, throwing rocks at her feet, I don't know what, but when he addressed us this evening, he did a whole lot of dancing. He did a whole lot of dancing around what happened specifically. My thing is, I don't understand how they are discussing this and there's an open case, but tonight he felt like he needed to say, you know, protecting black women doesn't mean bashing black men. Nobody was in that car. Nobody knows what happened. Megan says she was walking away, so she doesn't know what happened. It almost feels like Tory wants everybody to just have this wool over their eyes where they just can't put together context clues and understand that there was a gun involved and that it got shot, whether it be from him or somebody else. He knows. And he also mentioned that, you know, Megan is going through a lot with the loss of her mother, her parents. They bonded about that because he lost his mother, and that she goes through a lot daily, and that she's America's sweetheart, and that she wasn't used to receiving any kind of negative backlash. So, you know, she just started receiving a whole lot of negative comments and memes, and that's what she reacted to. And in his mind, they're still friends. I just don't understand. No, I do understand this, because like I said, I feel that this guy is a manipulator. I feel that this is so sad, because he knows how deep Megan's pain runs, or has some kind of inkling. We've only seen Megan the superstar. We've seen her break down, I think, one time where she expressed that, you know I keep going and going and going, but the fact that my mother is not here, this hurts me. But for some reason, she's constantly ridiculed. You know, nobody takes her seriously. And each time she performs, it's like, oh, what happened to your feet? I guess they're healing up well. It's always a joke. And I'm just like, what if that were you? What if the shoe was on the other foot? When it comes to Tory Lanez, and, you know, when people ask me, well, you weren't there in the car, so what if it wasn't him? I don't care. I'm siding with Megan. I feel that Tory, like I said, knows exactly what happened to this girl, but he is relying and banking on the fact that there was alcohol involved, and that this girl is emotional, and trying to hopefully hope that she can't put the pieces together, because she is still mourning the loss of her mom. She's still mourning the loss of her dad. She's still mourning the loss of, I think, one of her grandparents. You know, he's not expecting her to be so strong and say, you know, you did this to me, I'm done with you, blah, blah, blah. No one's expecting a black woman to sit here and say, or go against a black man and say, you know, this person hurt me, you know, I know what you did to me, I'm gonna speak on it. I honestly feel like he wanted this situation to get brushed under the rug, and now that he's seeing that it's not, he's reacting. And I understand that he went 3 months and wasn't online and everybody's coming at him and blah 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 blah, but let's be real, nobody really stands up for black women. People are just nosy. People just want to know what's going on. People just, you know, that will satisfy people. I just can't understand. I just can't wrap my head around when he said, you know, Megan is still my friend. Like, I really feel that Tory has confided in whoever, whatever legal lawyer, whatever. Oh, y'all, this wine is getting me. But I feel like he had found all the right things to say. He said it in a very put together way, and, you know, he was consulted and all these things. And he said that when the situation first happened, that he got a phone call from Rock Nation, that he should not speak about it. So my whole thing is, you know, you get in on live with all this conviction about how innocent you are, but if you notice, he will never say there was not a gun present. It's all this stuff. I'm not a monster. I'm not this. I'm not that person. You know, separating yourself from what actually happened. I get it. Like, you might not be a monster. You might not have intended for this to happen. You might not, you know what I mean? But the fact still remains that you did injure this woman. And I know that you want to be the last person to hurt her after everything she's been through. But the reality is, something happened. You know what it was, and you're protecting someone, whether it be yourself or someone else. I'm hearing some stuff about it possibly being his bodyguard or her. I don't know, and I don't know what's up with Kelsey at this point. Like, I really don't. But, you know, the question was posed to me, what if it comes out that Megan was lying? Like I said, I'm siding with Megan. Like, I am 100% biased towards Megan's story. And that's just where I stand with it. But if it does come out that this is all a figment of her imagination and that nothing happened that night and those weren't her feet that she showed us, and, you know, then I would say she needs to make sure that all these charges are dropped, and she needs to make a public apology to Tory and everybody. And she needs to take some time off to gather herself. She needs to get some therapy. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, I'm tired of, you know, black women being expected to brush these things under the rug and stand up so tall for our black men and da 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 da. Please understand, as far as myself, I am not going to bash black men. Like I said, I'm still gonna date my black men. I'm still going to be attracted to black men. I'm still going to want the best for black men, but there are a few bad apples that unfortunately are making things worse. And, you know, that doesn't mean that I feel like every black man will harm a black woman or blah blah blah, but the consensus is that there is no protection there. So I'm going to stick with that. There's no protection that I see for the collective of black men towards black women. Tory mentioned, you know, if you guys keep bashing black men, then who's going to stand up for black women, because it's not white men, it's not this man. Well, correction, I see a lot of, well, not a lot, but I do see white men that have stood up for black women. I saw a white man stand up on Saturday Night Live and stand up for black women. I see men from different countries standing up for black women. I mean, or appreciating us a whole lot more than black men as a collective. But truth be told, Tory, again, I'm a fan, okay? But wrong is wrong. If you injured this woman in any capacity, you need to say so. And if you can't say so, then stop hopping online trying to pull at your fans' heartstrings. Your fans are your fans. Like, they're clearly your fans. I see anytime you post They've got all these umbrellas. I get it. You guys are fans. You guys are stans. But I guess my heart works a little bit differently when it comes to black women. That's what I am. So I would want people to believe me. I wouldn't want victim shaming if it were me. And if I knew in my heart of hearts, again, as Tory Lanez said, I am an innocent man and I had nothing to do with this, I think the story would be a little bit different. I think the things that you are saying are key words, and you're dancing. There are certain things that you're not saying, and there are certain things that you are saying. So it's almost like anything to just put on those rose-colored glasses and to make people question what they heard or question what they saw. What? Come on now. He mentioned that, you know, the footage came out of, you know, her obviously being injured, and that it looked a certain way and it really wasn't. And, you know, I'm just over the manipulation tactics, honestly. I don't feel like it's gonna work. I mean, it may work for right now, and please get your freedom, get your clubbing out. I think the last thing that would be on my mind this soon, we're not talking about we went through the trial, the verdict came out, you left and went to Antigua for 6 months, and then you finally were spotted in the club. We're talking about less than 6 months. This man was spotted in the club. Like, you just had to free your mind. Like, there was a million other things you could do to free your mind. But you were seen in the club looking frail, might I add. Obviously, you've been stressed. It's just like, there are certain things that you do and you don't do. And this is just one of those things where I'm just like, shame on you, Tory. Like, shame on you. I don't think Megan is lying. I mean, she may have lied about things in the past or whatever. People are saying she's a liar. You know, it just seems bizarre to me. Why would somebody just hop online and tell the world that this man did this to her if he didn't? I just don't. I'm sorry. That's where I stand. You guys let me know down below. Weigh in and let me know your thoughts. And keep it respectful because I don't have time for it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel with your post notifications turned on. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.